In our Subaru MY15 WRX. This is, for those of you who haven't seen our other videos, our R&D car. We've only had it for 1 or 2 weeks. Check out our other videos for updates on this since then. But what I want to talk about today is my thoughts and feelings on the car that I've noticed since I've been driving it over the last couple of weeks. There are some things that we've learnt along the way with the help from people from Subaru Australia and learning the little detailed things that make this car different. I've gone through the owner's manual. Yes, I've read it. It's about that thick. Probably not every individual word, but there are some things in there that I've learned a bit more about. And on my trip back home today, after just picking up my son, it was an opportunity to drive and talk about the car, what we've found. And I went to a drive day at Sydney's Motorsport Park at Eastern Creek last Wednesday. Had the opportunity to drive both the 6-speed manual version, which is like our car, as well as the CVT transmission model. Now, the WRX is available with either of those two transmissions, CVT being constantly variable transmission, but don't picture that as a negative. You can put that in manual mode and run it as an 8-speed transmission, or you can leave it in fully automatic mode. And one of the great features of that transmission is in manual mode. You can change it gears on the gear stick, but one of the things that I was surprised that it does, it has the SI drive option, which up until this particular model was only available in the STI WRX model, or for example Legacy Liberty GT, for example. So on the steering wheel in the CVT option WRX, it's got some extra buttons on here in addition to the cruise control to change the SI drive settings. That transmission is very, very, very good. It's something that even surprised me as a driver. Overall, the rest of the car with that transmission is exactly the same. I just wanted to also touch on some of the things that I've learnt whilst driving the car. You'll notice I've got my my iPhone plugged into the cigarette lighter option at the front. A little trick, if you want to use the in here is the USB connection, which connects to the stereo, but if you plug that into your phone, it won't charge the phone. But if you want to charge the phone, you select USB on the stereo, and then it'll power it up, and then you can use it to your phone, and actually you can go back to your radio and it'll leave that powered up. But the wattage output of this one will be higher than the one in the center console. If you've got the premium model with the upgraded center stereo, it's a little bit different again. One of the things I've also found is the hill hold assist, which most Subaru models have these days, meaning if you're on an angle like that and you put your foot on the clutch, put it in first gear and touch the brake pedal, it will hold the car for, I think it's 3 seconds, which gives you the ability to take off without rolling backwards, and you don't have to use the handbrake. The really cool thing is if you're facing downhill, it won't work because obviously you wouldn't want it to. But if you are reversing up a hill and you've got it in reverse, not first, it works in reverse. So that's a pretty good feature, utilising the ABS system in the car programmed through the CAN interface. The really good news is by the time you watch this video, for those of you who are early on, we haven't started releasing the tuned upgrades to the factory ECU using EcuteK software. That will be released around May. May 2014. We're about to release Subaru Forester Turbo Petrol, which has got the similar engine that's been on sale here in Australia since early last year. That will go on sale in the next couple of weeks. The STI model, we've already released the tuning upgrade. That car goes on sale at the dealers today. And of course that's got what we would typically call the old model engine and drivetrain. It's got a 6-speed performance transmission with, interestingly, cable mechanism like the WRX. They've moved away from the stick direct shift option in that transmission. Similarly, what they've done in this transmission for the WRX. So let's continue to drive the car, and I'll talk to you about some other things that I've found. The torsional rigidity of this body compared to the previous model is significantly improved, which then will relate to improved handling, and I've noticed that just in driving the car myself. The spring and the shock rates have been substantially improved. by a major amount compared